Namaste. Today I am going to share something about Ayurvedic reading body science. So let's get started with the concept, right? As we know, our internal systems has multiple organs, right? And in general, right, when we see people, right, they may have a dark circles in their eye, or the eye will be keep focused. It will be moving here and there, or we can see few people with the skin color, they may have rashes, or few people may have baldness in the head. So these are the common signs, right? Like a normal person who can understand like something is going on their system. As part of my research in Eastern medicine, in terms of Ayurveda, Siddha medicine, as well as on the Chinese Oriental medicine, what they say is our internal system is having lot of issues going inside, but those can be detected earlier, right? All these Eastern medicine's concepts is all about prevention and stopping the issues to go further, right? So what they say is our ears, our face, our palm, our tongue, our foot, and these are all the areas where we can see a lot of signs, body signs, like what each organ is experiencing currently. So if we take, right, like in the ear, right, it will start from the, it's like anatomy. The basic thing is the anatomy needs to be learned, not the detail level anatomy, but the high level anatomy. So if we take each, the face, the ear, each one represents the entire system, right, from the lungs, liver, our stomach, how is our mental state. So many things can be read by looking at these signs. So before 5,000 years ago, right, when there was no electricity to do the scan and those kind of time, they will be looking at each person, right, by how they see, how they talk, how the body gesture is. They have a, and they will identify what the problem they are currently going on, and they will provide the recommendations for that. It is a really great science. So as I was continuing on my journey, at one point of time, right, I was able to have a blessings to study with Dr. Ladd. So many people across the country, they came down to learn this wonderful science. So in this class, one of the person asking a question about where I can find all this knowledge. So Dr. Ladd answer was, there is no single book which can answer this. He has over 40 years of experience in India as well in US. He has seen many people, right? He has a great knowledge. So he told us there is no book, all his experience he was sharing it. It is like a shower of wisdom, like whatever we can grasp is only a little bit of it. So people who can understand even 10% or 20% of what he says, that will be really a great thing. So now let's move on to my experience, right? Being a software engineer, I want to validate what I studied. So as usual, I started applying to my friends, families, but there was a issue over there because I know them personally. I know what kind of medical condition they have. Few people may believe it, and few people may not believe it. But even though they believe it or not, I was looking at a person without having an attachment. So if you are looking at a person without having an attachment, we can clearly see it was matching. So then I started continuing to see people across abroad, like Singapore and other countries, and right, India, and in Cancun, Mexico. So I was reading the body science and it was working pretty well. So whatever Dr. Ladd said, it's really, that means I really understood what the science they're saying, and it works. I have validated it. So let me share what criterias I can see. So this is a sample document I have created for people whom I will be sharing the report. So basically the condition of the liver, kidney, lungs, how is the thyroid. This Pitru dosha is related to the astrology, and then we can find the genetic information also, like people who may have Alzheimer, a neurological disorder, history of them, and we can find even the relationship between the father and a son or father and a daughter. We can find the money flow. We can see whether a person is a lucky person, that means that they are blessed person. And there are other places in the palm where we can see what is their energy level, what is their romance, whether they are spiritual, do they have any Saturn implication, the planet implication, and whether they lack self-respect or they're morally down on the self. And on the Mercury, people who can have ability to write book, and the moon related to the mental state, and we can figure out whether the person can be an independent thinker. It means they will consume lot of information from others, but they are the one who will make the final decision. They will not follow any person to make a decision. And there are few ancestor soul support. This is another beautiful thing which I even validated for myself and few other people. And the diabetes, and whether the person is spiritual or philosopher, how is their education, whether they can do get 1 degree or 2 degree, or they can't study, that should not be their path. And little bit on the marriage, and how many kids they can have, and how is their money flow, and some occult sciences, right? People may think, they may dream about something that may happen in real time, and if they say some words, right, that may happen really. So, and regarding open-minded, we can tell whether the person is open-minded or a closed person, whether he will gel along with people, and whether the person is a judgmental. And on the health side, whether whatever diet we are intaking, whether it is having any malabsorption issue, and there is any unresolved grief, some worry line. And the last part is pretty highlight for me. This is what is called active prana, whether your right side nostril is having good prana or your left side nostril is having a good prana. So it is a great science. You might have been watching a lot of yoga and other videos where people will be talking about the left brain, right brain, being artistic, being on the sports. So this science, we can, by looking at a person, right, we can see what is their active prana. So finally, everything is a balance in a life, right? So there may be a few recommendation on pranayama from form of crystal, which may be recommended as needed. So these kind of a pretty good science, right? So I have validated it, and then I wanted to share it to the people. So let's go back to the slide. See, my job is a software engineering, right? So that's my breadwinner. So what I can offer to people with a small fee when I get time is, like, people who want to set up a consultation, they can send an email to me at my3healer@gmail.com. And then what I need from them is a quality picture of both palm in normal position, not like closed or stretched, just like normal. And then the clear head to neck picture to see, like a similar to passport size, right? But everything should be clear. There should not be any glare. So good quality of picture is required. I can't guarantee anything. This is all about the knowledge which I gained. It may help to have some preventive stuff for you guys. So whoever interested, they can set up a consultation with me or forward to our friends who may be interested. Thank you very much.